Hi, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I will show you how to connect SwiftMQ standalone routers to Flow Director via a flow. This method has the advantage of not leaving your app to connect them and that they can also be connected on demand, so right when you need them. The setup is the same as in the first tutorial on how to connect SwiftMQ routers. I will give therefore only a short introduction to it in this video. I have my Flow Director installed via Docker and additionally three 12.1.0 SwiftMQ standalone routers. They are shown here and have the names Node 1, Node 2 and Node 3. All router nodes are configured via pre-config files in which the JMS, MQTT and AMQP ports are disabled and a routing listener is defined. Node 1 listens on port 4101, Node 2 on port 4102 and Node 3 on 4103. After I've started all nodes and my Flow Director, I will change over to the login of Flow Director. I have created the app Smart Routing and will log into it. So let's open the menu and change over to the flow orchestration to implement the logic of this app. We create a flow and name it Connect Router. The flow should be a template flow in which we only need to adapt the router name and port to which we want to connect. Therefore, we define the CLI commands we need later on as flow parameters. We define the parameter new command as a string and type in new node 1 hostname dockerhost because my Flow Director runs on Docker and port 4101, which is the routing listener of node 1. This is the CLI command to create a connection. Then we define the delete command and also as a string. The command is just delete node 1. The flow parameters are defined, so we close them and search for the CLI flow component in our libraries. We drag it into the editor and open its configuration. In here, we first need to change the CLI context to the routing connectors. Then we select the new command flow parameter and lastly we type in save. Those inputs are executed after each other in this order. Besides the component to create a connection, we also need another CLI component that removes it. We drag it into the editor and insert the same commands except we choose the delete flow parameter. Now that the CLI components are configured, we want to create a connection on flow start and remove the connection on flow stop. For this purpose, we choose the two flow components flow start and flow stop and connect them to our CLI components. The template flow is now ready and we can go back to our orchestrator. A template flow can't be deployed on its own, so we need to copy it. We give it the name node 1 and have a look into it. Since we have the flow parameter in the template flow filled with the required data for node 1, we don't need to change anything in here. So we can go back and activate it on our embedded router. After the activation, we can see that node 1 appears in the list. And it is removed from the list when deactivating the flow. For the connection to node 2 and node 3, we copy the template flow again, switch to the editor and adapt our flow parameters. We change the name in here to node 2 and insert the correct port. Then we can do the same for node 3. Now we can select all nodes and activate them on the embedded router. The connected routers then appear in the list of our flow orchestrator. After establishing the connection to them, flows can be deployed and activated on them. And when they are no longer used, the flows can just be deactivated. That was how to connect SwiftMQ standalone routers via flows in your application. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.